Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much. How are you?
I am fine. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. Welcome to Free Talk with Mr. B.
Thank you. Big pleasure to be here.
Now, I know you as Ramona. Is that what everyone know you as?
Yes.
And what else would you like them to know about you as far as name and contacts and so on? Just to start off with that.
So basically my name is Ramona, and what I'm doing is I transform people's life to really live the best version of themselves and to heal everything they want to heal and shift every shift they need to make.
Around the world, someone will look for you. So do they go to your Facebook, your Instagram, or the website under Ramona?
To the website.
To the website. And so they're searching because they need help with something. What do they search for?
Basically to heal or to look for the purpose, for shift.
Because I mean, I want to encourage you to tell them too, because I think sometimes people look for help by different means. And so when I met you, you said you're an energy healer, and we were, I think we were at a health fair and a women's health event, and they had different levels of holistic healing, and I didn't spend time finding out your energy healing, but maybe you can tell us why did you show up to that event, and what you brought to the table. What type of healing did you bring?
So basically energy healing is healing the energy system. That means if people have energy blocks, maybe sometimes they're aware of it, that they feel they have an energy block, but sometimes they just have problems or maybe a sickness, or they feel stuck, they maybe don't feel connected. And of course we have the opportunity to search in the mind or also in the body. But there is a field of energy because everything is light and information, and that's a different way and different access we have to make shifts and to change informations to really heal.
And it's interesting to me because I work in the energy industry for 35 years. And I know, I say everything is hydrocarbons because everything comes from the ground. We are all molecules of different things. But there is something that I know that's there that maybe you're tapping into that makes each of those molecules talk to each other. And maybe it's that energy?
Exactly right.
Okay. And so now if they're talking to each other and they're not communicating, do you think different things happen compared to if you're balancing their energy?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't understand how that works, and that's why I'm asking or I'm hoping.
Yes. So let's say something is happening to you, and maybe it's a trauma or a bad situation. So this information, this energy gets stuck so that they can't communicate with each other again. That means the information is not like connected to the 5D plus, to the main matrix, how it normally is supposed to be. So it's possible to localize, to feel where this atoms are not communicating with each other, and change the information again to raise the energy for everything to communicate and for the energy to flow.
Okay. Now again, being untrained and unaware, and I guess that's what I'm trying to find out about that. And again, no wonder you're an expert. You would know and I wouldn't. What I did learn from biology is like in the brain it has all the synapses, the little things talking to each other. And sometimes I think the doctors say some of them are not touching, they just send electricity across them as they send signals. I remember when I had back surgery, the guy put something on my wrist and my ankle, and he sent signals through my body, electrical signals.
Yes.
And I said, why are you doing that? He said, I want to make sure they're not touching any of your nervous system. So if he can do that and run milliamps, you're saying we are quite energized.
Exactly.
And maybe you can manage and harness some of that energy.
Exactly right.
Okay, because I mean, I'm trying to break it down so our audiences could know that is not unusual because we have electrical energies in our system.
Yes.
Now, how did you know? What brought you to that field?
So, to be honest, I normally didn't even know energy existed. So,
Okay.
I was in the management. I had a very high position very early age. And I was very much in my brain, so everything had to be logical. But I had myself a moment of experience with energy, with an energy healer who I met by coincidence, which was not really a coincidence. But he told me that I have a special gift, and I was a little bit afraid of that. And he told me that he wants to show me how he works. I didn't really believe in that. It was very spooky, but I said, okay, let me make this experience. So it was my holidays. He had a very big seminar, but I didn't go there. But he met me in his break. So I said, okay, I'm open to see what he wants to show me. And he was putting his hands on me, and first of all, it was kind of scary, and I felt like nothing would happen. But then I had a moment where I lost consciousness, and I fainted. I was falling down, and when I woke up, my energy was not in my brain anymore. I was not brain driven. I just felt this Zen feeling. I just felt connected with myself. I didn't think. I just was really in my center. It was a complete shift. So what happened then is I was working 2 days with people, just putting my hands on them and felt their energy and transformed their energy without even knowing what I'm doing. So it was a very natural flow into this, my path, my mission, my purpose.
And it's good to experiencing something like an epiphany so as to get to what you want to do. Yes. I know some of us, we wait till we retire, like I do, to do this kind of interviews.
Not yet.
And so now I have to keep going and doing what I think I know how to do well and how to enjoy. But like you said, what you were doing there, you told me what you were going to do, and it was still spooky for me because I had no idea. But I do understand our electrical energy, because our human body works off of what's called the lowest energy, called milliamps.
Yes.
And our milliamps are so small. We use the same thing in our oil industry in order to cause signals to get from one distance to another. So knowing that's there, the humans, we already know we have electricity in our body, and when we get shocked from a battery or from the plug, we know what we feel. And so that's kind of uncharted, or it's kind of unmanaged, and it's not going to heal us. It might hurt us if we're not careful. And so your laying of the hands on someone and trying to sense their energy and help them stabilize their thought patterns or themselves, it was kind of a pleasure for me to assist. Yes. When we were together.
It was so beautiful.
So of course I was just talking about how to make sure that anyone who is going into a sleep or a deep sleep or re-energizing, as it were, that they don't hurt themselves by falling down. So that's why I was so glad that you guys showed us how to make sure they lie down so that they don't fall, and hurt themselves. Exactly. So I'm so glad that you're able to care. This is amazing stuff, but I don't think it's new, because I read some of those things in the scripture before, and the laying of hands on people, but we don't always know what they were doing.
Even in every religion, you can read about it. Yes.
Yes, and so we don't always know, and so that makes it interesting, because there's so much more to know about the universe. Exactly. And so much that the universe is going to give back to us to help heal us.
If we become aware. Exactly.
If we become aware. Because the platform Freetalk with Mr. B is a giving back platform. It is a platform that we learn things. It is a platform that when we give back, someone else in the world looks for an opportunity to benefit themselves from what experiences that they didn't get. So we're giving back our experiences. What are some of the countries and some of the events that you're able to participate in other than the ones I went to?
Other events?
Because I know we're here in Dubai. I went to 2 of your events, and the success and the results were the same, that you were very effective in what you were doing. What are some other countries you're able to do it?
So basically in the USA, in California,
Okay.
and in Europe, of course, in Germany, in Spain, in France, and in Asia,
Right.
and here in Africa also. I give seminars. Yeah.
Very
so,
nice.
yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't a part, I will be even more skeptical, but I was a part, I was right there, and I, what do I call, catch the falling ladies or the falling bodies. But what was interesting is none of these people knew you before, and I was very sure of that. And one of the persons told me they did not know when they went into a deeper sleep and their body was feeling this, that, and the other.
Yes.
I was very concerned that they would wake up, and that I told them, and we were telling them to make sure they drink water and keep the electrolytes balanced because they're moving energy around.
Exactly.
At my facilities, I take even something as simple as water, and water is H2O, so the hydrogen and the two oxygen atoms, and we actually break it apart to make more oxygen in an oxygen plant, and we make hydrogen also in a hydrogen plant. And we have other means by which we make hydrogen too, because we add water in the form of steam to break it up. So again, I was saying it's related. Water is related to your electricity, is related to energy, is related to your body extremely, of course. And I'm using those thinking and those engineering designs to solidify it in my mind, because again, I don't always know how people are able to control so much energy.
Yes.
As a human. But it was really interesting. I knew for a fact that none of these people knew you before. They couldn't fake it or anything like that.
No.
You know?
No.
But we woke everyone up, and that was good. Oh, they woke up on their own, so that was really good. And we just
Yes.
made sure that they walked away stable before they start moving around.
Yes. So this phenomenon why people faint or fall into a sleep is if you change this information, it's not only the energy system but also on the physical level, that there is a reorganization of the cells to be able to heal. And why is it important after that to drink a lot of water? Because a lot of toxicity is also coming out from the body, so it's also a detox process, and it's very important to then get it out of the body.
For sure. I know we are all programmed to go to a doctor when we feel ill.
Yes.
So maybe you can tell our audiences, if somebody went to certain doctors and they did not feel that they got what they're looking for, why would they want to come to you? Why would they seek you out?
Okay. So first of all, it's very important to understand that the symptom is never the root of a problem. So things like a sickness or not feeling well, it's just a symptom. It's not the source and the why am I sick. It's just it's just the symptom that's showing. So if you're going to a doctor, you're trying to fight the symptom or cure or heal the symptom, but the source might be still there. So it's very important to really have a holistic way of healing. That means to, of course, cure and heal the symptom, but to understand the source, because every sickness has a reason. That means somewhere, somehow, energy is not flowing. Some information might be on a very low energy level, and it's way more important to understand more about the source, the root of the sickness, to be able, of course, to heal on a long process, but also to really find back your own path, because every sickness is just coming if you are not really on your road. Because, you know, especially in these days, people are often going different paths because maybe they want to be somebody, or because it just happened, or because they have a job they just go after because they're making a lot of money with it, but not really following their true purpose and their life plan. And everybody has a life plan, and a sickness is a form. A sickness, or also maybe not being happy, being emotionally unfulfilled, are all signs of not being on your path. And the most important thing over everything is, first of all, to find out who you really are, what is really fulfilling you from very deep in your heart, and to build up the courage and to really go and walk your way, your path, being yourself, showing yourself, finding out, of course, first of all, who you are. But that's the best guarantee of being healthy, being fulfilled, and of course also making an impact in this world and in life. Because we are all unique, we all have a gift, but we have to do the job to find out who we are, to be able to live our true self.
Right, and I was going to add on who we want to be, because sometimes we may not even want to be who we were, right? And so the real who you are is who you want to become. And someone might say, well, why will that make me sick? Well,
because
again,
energy doesn't flow.
Right.
Yes.
And they said energy can't be created or destroyed. In that sense, we hear that phrases, but it can be interrupted if it's not flowing. You're right.
All the time. Let me give you an example. So let's say if you're doing a job and you don't really love that job, that means every morning you're standing up and your feeling is, I just want to end the day. Or in the beginning of the week, you're waiting for the weekend, you know? So just imagine all these feelings and emotion is a pure form of energy. And that's something not only physically, but also energy-wise, you are storing in your field.
Yeah.
So every emotion, every like, oh no, again, going to work, every small emotion, every feeling, every thought is a pure form of information that is stored in your field. And if a lot of negative things are stored in your field, it starts manifesting in the three-dimensional world. That means it manifests in form of a sickness because it's an energy block. Energy doesn't flow. Energy flows when you wake up and you say, this is my life, I'm living my full purpose, I can really be myself, and I know I make an impact in this life. And I can't wait to wake up. That's when energy flows. So especially that's why it's important to really ask yourself, am I happy? Am I happy in my life with my job? Am I happy in my relationship? Can I really be myself and can I express myself? Can I show people who I really are with everything that I am? Am I really going after my dreams, after my goals? Am I living my dream, or am I dreaming the whole time and not really living my life? So this is why it's important really to walk our path and to make that the most important thing in life, because we all have a unique purpose while we're here. Yeah. We are not copies of other people. We are really a unique, unique version of ourselves. But to really have the courage and have the faith, first of all, that we are enough with what we are, and to express and to live out and to walk this path of ourselves, of our real selves.
Right. And you know, many times we're just coded or groomed to believe that our ailments are not from any source. But sometimes these non-physical emotions and feelings turns into that sore not healing, or that the chiropractor needs to straighten you back up, or the enzymes that are breaking out, or the rashes that are coming up. I remember my mother, and she has died about 4 or 5 years back, but she always felt this strain of going to work, like you said, and she had a rash. She knew it was from her stress about going back to the job, because she was a female in a male-dominated energy industry.
Wow.
And she had such a difficult time in the 70s with that job, and she ended up quitting the job 20 years before she should have. But she broke out on rashes. So it's caused by the stress, it's caused by anxiety, it's caused by feeling that you don't belong there or not wanting to be there. And so after going to the doctor, I think I want everyone to know that that is not the only path for healing. And don't get me wrong, it is a path and maybe a combination of paths.
Yes.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell you anything about that as like the disclaimer. But I think you're right, people should look and see what is the root cause of why they're not feeling well. Exactly. I think I'm hearing that from you. Yes. What is the root cause of you're not healing, or what you're going through these anxieties? Maybe your energy is not flowing.
Exactly right.
Very wild, very wild. I mean, I'm still impressed and amazed, and glad to have been at your events,
Yes, so glad that I had you there too.
Thank you. You know, we always say, as a way of giving back, I ask all my guests to leave something for the world and with the audiences. And the scenario I built is, you said you went to school in Germany.
Yes.
And you speak German.
Yes.
Yeah. So if your school invited you back and you wanted to, what were you, a geophysicist? I think you told me what schooling you had?
You mean what I studied? Or
yeah.
Business administration.
Business, okay. And you can speak about a lot of subjects, but when you went back to the school, let's say you spoke about the subjects that they want, but you wanted to leave one message with the audience, which I'm asking you to leave a message with our global audience right now. What do you want to leave impactfully back with them so that they can remember and take away with them? In addition to finding you online, what do you want to leave with them?
Okay. So what I would really love to leave with really every single one out there is, please take the most important time for yourself in your life and ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself, am I really fulfilled in my life? Am I really 100% in my life, and am I living my life how I really wanted to live? Am I happy in my relationship? Am I happy in the relationship with myself? Do I really love myself? Can I say yes to myself? Am I doing the job I really want to do from all my heart? Am I really living my gifts? So just be really, really honest with yourself and take this time and just think about it and also feel about it if you are really living the most beautiful version of your life. Because everyone is creating reality and consciousness is creating reality. That means if you take that time and you maybe feel like I'm not 100% in my life, you always have the opportunity to change and create everything you want to create, because everything is light and information and you are the creator of your life. So that's what I would love to give to you.
And I appreciate that very much, because again, since I became 59, I had to start asking all these questions myself. You know, being married for 40 years, getting to 59, about to retire, did I do all the things that I wanted to do? Yes. And so I said no. So now I'm starting to look at what else do I need to do, what else is going to fulfill me without ruining what I already did, but how to move forward. So I really thank you for that. It was such a pleasure to have you on with Mr. B, and such a pleasure to have you on Freetalk with Mr. B. And thank you for giving back to the world. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Mr. B, also for your work. It's really wonderful. And of course, thank you also for listening. It was a pleasure.
God bless you.
Thank you.